Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Ashley McDowell. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. IPI'S chairperson could be in more legal trouble. We tell you why. Also tonight, a dismissal of a complaint against CPA is reaffirmed. And millions of dollars has been given to the CNMI for those needing assistance in paying rent. In sports, almost 1 year later, a longtime softball league readies to rock. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
For the different beats of your life, we're here to keep you connected the way you want it. Plans made for you, by you. Build your own bundle with Link. Select the internet, entertainment, mobile, and home phone plans that fit your lifestyle. Pay for what you want, not for what you don't. Build your own bundle and save with Link.
It's gonna look a little different in here. Your favorite spot might not be exactly where it used to be. Being next in line might feel a little less like next in line. And our smiles might come with a little extra shine. But McDonald's is ready to take your order, as safely as we can.
Hafa Day Tirawami and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Friday, January 29th, 2021. The current Chief Executive Officer of the casino is a former Saipan senator. On Thursday, he was back in the legislative chamber, but this time on the other side of the table. Sally Lemus has this story.
Former Senator Ray Yumel made his appearance as IPI'S Chief Executive Officer before lawmakers, officials from the Commonwealth Casino Commission, and some former casino workers. It was the first meeting for the House Committee on Gaming, and Yumel shared why he decided to take the CEO position.
Being here, born and raised, and being also a former member of the legislature, I am concerned. I want to make sure that everybody that needs to be paid is paid.
Yumel went on saying that it is not all IPI's fault for their current state.
IPI is not at fault, as was mentioned in past comments, and it's true. It takes two to tango. Honestly, it's my belief that IPI was basically given unrealistic timetables during the bidding process. In the beginning, it should have just been a simple bid. Highest bidder takes the license, builds the building. But all sorts of add-ons were added. Community benefit fund that became honestly ridiculous. Millions and millions of dollars was spent on all sorts of non-construction activities that could have had this facility fixed or constructed much quicker than what it is now today.
Don Brown quietly stepped down as IPI's CEO December of last year. Since then, Yumel has been appearing in court cases regarding IPI. But when asked about the legitimacy of Yumel's power as CEO, CCC Executive Director Andrew Yom says until IPI pays the regulatory fee, CCC will not fully license him.
Until he's fully licensed by the commission, even in a, there's a regular license, there's also CKE provisional license. He needs to apply, we need to vet, and then we have a position on that. Until he gets his full license as a, from the commission. As far as I'm concerned, even if there's any amendment that takes place under his name, that's not going to be recognized. That's cut and dry. So he needs to apply for license. He needs to be licensed by the commission. For that to happen, they need to pay the regulatory fee. So it's all connected together.
In response, Yumo states his application to receive the full license is currently being prepared. And the new CEO does ask members to conduct more legislative research of the casino's beginning.
Every file you can, going back to the inception, is extremely important. And you're going to see how IPI went from a promising industry to a struggling one today.
Reporting for KSPN News, I'm Sally Lemis.
IPI's chairperson may be in more legal trouble after not showing up for deposition. In a case filed by attorney Bruce Berline, IPI chairperson Lee Ji Kui was issued a subpoena to appear at a deposition on January 26th. Berline says that Kui was served by a process server, but after service was accepted, an IPI employee began sending text messages to intimidate the process server and told him to take back the subpoena. The process server refused. The next day, IPI delivered the subpoena back to Berline's law office, and then Kui did not show up for the deposition scheduled for January 26th. Berline is now asking the court to find Kui in contempt for disobeying a valid subpoena and has asked the court to impose a substantial daily fine of $10,000 per day. The public school system is going back to a full 80-hour week schedule beginning next week. The Board of Education unanimously voted to restore the 80-hour work schedule for PSS employees. According to Finance Director Arlene Lazama, there are 700 locally funded employees who are on the 64-hour work pay, while there are 100 federally funded employees on the 80-hour work schedule. Federal Program Officer Tim Thornburg says there is $61 million from the Education Stabilization Funds. $34 million of that will be used to cover the 80-hour schedule. This will be effective on February 1st, 2021. The Federal Aviation Administration has dismissed Star Mariana's complaint against the Commonwealth Ports Authority. The appeal goes back to a complaint that was filed by Star Mariana's back in 2018, where Star Mariana's made multiple allegations against CPA involving rates, charges, and operations they claim violated federal grant assurances. Star Mariana's alleged that the rate setting by CPA is in violation of the Anti-Head Tax Act, that CPA set unreasonably high fees, violating FAA policies on rates and charges, that CPA does not provide fair airside access to all airlines at the Rota International Airport, that CPA violated federal grant assurances, and that CPA improperly used airport revenues. The allegations were dismissed by the FAA director, stating that substantive evidence was not provided by Star Mariana's.
CPA is happy about the dismissal. I think we kind of expected it. SMA, when they brought their Part 16 complaint, they're basically arguing that CPA hasn't, been following our federal grant assurances. These include like rate setting methodologies and like CPA operations. Basically what happened, the FAA said, you know what, there's no merits to these claims, and therefore they're going to dismiss them.
On June 3rd, 2020, Star Mariana's appealed the director's determination, but Star Mariana's appeal was unsuccessful, where the director's findings were affirmed that CPA is in compliance with the federal obligations, law, precedent, and FAA policy. Now, what remains is the breach of contract claims, which is in the CNMI Superior Court.
Star Mariana's believes that CPA has, violated some of its contractual obligations which of course CPA denies. And right now, all those claims are in Superior Court. So, CPA believes that it has a strong case and, it'll prevail.
The CNMI Department of Labor is advising claimants to disregard the 1099-G tax information for the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program. Some individuals may have received a notification when signing into the Hire Marianas portal. This notification is sent by Postmaster, and CNMI DOL states the message contains the incorrect 1099-G information. The department is addressing the issue and will update the public as the matter is resolved. Those struggling with payments for rent and utilities will now be offered assistance. The CNMI received $10.4 million in rental assistance and utility relief under the new Coronavirus Response and Relief Supplemental Appropriations Act. This is for eligible households who may receive up to 12 months of assistance if the following criteria is met.
Qualifies for employment or has experienced a reduction in household income, incurred significant costs, or experienced a financial hardship due to COVID-19, has demonstrated a risk of experiencing homelessness or housing instability, includes having a household income at or below 80% of the area median. So for the CNMI, that would be about 19,201. According to our Department of Commerce data.
The payments can be retroactively set as far back as March 13th, 2020.
That financial hardship impact from the beginning of the pandemic, dating back to March of 2020, that will be prioritized. So we want to be able to ensure that property owners who lost revenue, renters who have not been meeting their payments are able to get those rental arrears reduced. And then we'll continue to work this program out as much as the funding is available.
Bautista says the payments will go directly to the landlord or owner of property. And this is for renters that are not receiving any other assistance. The program will be opening up within the next 2 weeks where renters can apply. Coming up, CHCC gives options for those needing a COVID-19 test to travel. Find out more after the break.
Buenos dias, Kiko. Kaigizu ginigi introda ni Pacific Docomo. Bangof adjudanti isti I Docomo staff gwini. Zambangof maudik isibisionia. Undang kulu na si Jus maasi. Ni unadjudadzitu after manu para be download zababi na sepi isti I ski lino app. Esta analibranu ju isti za parafa di babi fifila. Ni para be panapasi zapat babi take off ni sisi doctor. Docomo Pacific, ingway zaha, pago, zani mamayla na tempo. Si Diyos maasi.
A meal replacement smoothie is a great way to keep your fitness goals on track during the holiday season, and they taste great, fast, and easy. The December smoothie of the month is Minty Java Chocolate Chip, and it's just $5. Check out the Shake Cafe, Gold's Gym, CHAIRPEN. At one of Saipan's beaches, this mother lays about 100 eggs under the cover of darkness. She hides her nest as best she can and then slowly makes her way back to the ocean. The eggs hatch and the babies head for the sea, where they will face a daily dose of danger. Just 1 in 1,000 will make it to adulthood. Those that do will one day lay their own eggs. Sea turtles are protected under CNMI law. If you see one that is stranded or if you see illegal activity, call the hotline at 287-8537. You have the flexibility to work out between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. At Gold's Gym, we call this off-peak, and it can save you money. Short-term daytime memberships on sale now, just $59 per month, and gets you access to the biggest and cleanest fitness center on island. Get yourself healthy and strong. Check out Gold's Gym today.
The Tan Soo Lin Foundation promotes the culture of giving back. The Foundation and its generous partners are committed to supporting programs that include health, education, and sports. Initiatives that promote arts and culture, the environment, and tourism will benefit our community and our residents. Giving back and making a difference will help ensure that the island paradise we call home will be a better place to live.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. Fuel prices are on the rise. The Commonwealth Utilities Corporation has been notified by Mobil Oil Mariana Islands Incorporated that the average international fuel oil prices have gone up. As a result, the fuel adjustment charge will increase from 0.13 to 0.15 effective February 1st. CUC says residential customers who use 500 kilowatt hour of power per month will see an increase of $5.59 more in their monthly billing. Those traveling outside the CNMI will now have two options for a COVID-19 test if needed, but it'll cost you. The testing options for travelers are the PCR, which is required for quarantine exemption and costs $300, and the antigen, which gives proof of negative or positive results before the travel date, is $57.
The molecular test is the diagnostic test. Basically, that can show you if you have an active coronavirus infection, and should you need to quarantine, isolate, and so forth. So the other test that we have is the antigen test. So this test is an RT-PCR test as well. It detects the virus and genetic material that pretty much specifies the protein from the particular virus that you have. So this two particular tests is acceptable for travel.
CHCC informs travelers to schedule an appointment 3 days before your departure date by contacting the Family Care Clinic at 234-8951 extension 5038, Monday to Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. The new year means New Year's resolutions, and our Chris Nelson reports in on a daily goal that is becoming a team effort. You can join along if you're up for the challenge.
I think the pandemic has really made us think about health and how lucky we are to live where we do. How can we do our part in getting and staying healthy? Well, the push-up is a good place to start. Push-ups? Sure, everyone knows push-ups, and it might have been used as a punishment when you're in school. Everyone knows the coach that says, "Now get down and give me 20. In An Officer and a Gentleman, Louis Gossett Jr. tried to get Richard Gere to quit the service with a variety of tortures, including push-ups.
98. 99. Get your face all the way down in there. 100.
But push-ups are pretty cool. They work the triceps and shoulders, they can strengthen the lower back and core. They're good at building strength, and they are pandemic friendly. You can do them just about anywhere, and you don't need any special equipment, and you don't need much space. So the goal for 2021 is simple: 100 push-ups, not for one day or 1 month, but for each day in 2021. 36,500 in all. It sounds like a lot, but 25 push-ups takes less than a minute, and if you spread those sets throughout the day, that's less than 4 minutes per day. Now, I like team sports, so I did some recruiting, and with the help of some new team members, we are pushing up together. Ty Smister found a beautiful waterfall and rode it to get some of his 100 in. Former law clerk to Justice Castro, John Fernari lays down the law in Eastern Europe these days. His dog a bit unclear on this new activity. Local attorney Sean Frank balances the weight of legal issues. Kenai Quinn knocking a set off at Micro Beach. Perfect form.
40 now so far.
Local tennis pro Jeff Race got a camping permit just to get these push-ups done on Monongahela. And Jeff even came to the KSPN studio this month to make sure I was getting mine in. I guess now you know I do wear pants to work. Jeff does not. Matt Otto engineers his workout on the steps of a government building in Mexico City and then shows off his newfound language skills.
103, 104,
Not sure about the guantes, though. Strong work, Matt. Speaking of Matt, a good one can help in the right circumstances. Yosh Gabaldon working hard up in Hokkaido, Japan. Why do push-ups when you can snowboard? Well, because Yosh is in deep. Powder, that is. More snow, my sister Kirsten on the groomers at Mount Spokane. Twin power. Local teacher Rob Epley pounds him out at Gold's Gym. Way to go, Rob. Good day, mate, from Brisbane, Australia on the City Cat. Pete, you look smoking hot. And coral reefer Scott Countryman knocks out 100 in the Philippines. Congratulations are in order to Scott in more ways than one. So that's the goal, and we are now 29 days in. That means 2,900 push-ups, 33,600 to go. That reminds me I still owe 60 for today. Chris Nelson, Channel 2 News.
Well, that looks like a lot of fun. I think I'm going to start that next Thursday. All right, coming up, a shooting star can mean a meteorite or it can mean a talented basketball player. We pick our meaning in the KSPN2 Sports Report next.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Gold's Gym, and today we're going to go over the cable lat pull down. Now what we want to remember with machine-based exercises, there's really no right or wrong way of doing it. There's multiple ways of executing the exercise. What you'll often see is lifters executing the exercise in this fashion, and instead of working the muscles of your upper back, you're just irritating the shoulder joint, which is what you don't want. All right, let's clean that up a little bit. Let's sit upright a little bit more. Okay, as you get a full stretch, bring it down with your elbows coming in. So in general, as you set up this way, you're going to be feeling majority of the impulse right here, which is your lats. Okay, he's getting a full stretch and he's getting a full squeeze in the bottom.
Buy one, get one free for the off-road adventure at Marianas Trekking. Come ride our side-by-sides at our best price ever and experience a great 90-minute trail ride. Rain or shine, hopefully rain. Book now at Marianas Trekking. Saturdays and Sundays by reservation. Call 323-8735 or book at marianastrekking.com. So what are you going to do this year? At Gold's, a dedicated fitness studio with a cushioned floor is perfect for group exercise. The cardio room features a variety of treadmills, bikes, steppers, and ellipticals. Fitness machines will help you achieve your goals, and the largest free weight area on Saipan gives you comfortable space to work out. Gold's Gym team is ready to help you get to your goals. Try harder. We know you can do it.
Buenas sports fans. Buenas sports fans, you know how they do a temperature check when you go inside somewhere? Well, I did a temperature check on local sports and feel obligated to report the temperature is rising. 30 years old and still going strong, the Palau Softball League survived the pandemic and 2 typhoons. After getting COVID-19 task force approval, their Masters League will resume Sunday, February the 7th at Dan Ball Field. The league's been a KSPN2 favorite for years. There are lots of league barbecues in the outfields of Saipan, but only one grills on the floor of the score booth with an executive chair. Is this Chamorro Barbecue in the Palau League?
I love barbecue.
Oh, Palau.
Summer barbecue in Palau. Only in Saipan we barbecue in the dugout. No fish.
That's true. That's for sure.
Get that bug.
I'm getting it slowly. Slowly. That's a great word to use in this game on this Sunday afternoon. And Dan, man, nobody wants to pull a hamstring or tear knee ligaments, I guess. Brotherhood. All right, brotherhood. Brotherhood all the way. All the way. Yeah.
The Brotherhood dedicated the season to Jeff Diaz, forever their teammate. John Terlahi leads off Game 3 of this best-of-3 series with that double. Ben Hokog knocks him in. Remember that name, Ben Hokog. Top of the 7th, bases were juiced. Tony delivers. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. 3 runs will score. And the scoreboard says that's enough. It was 19-7. Bottom of the 7th, last gas. Mark Flores just clears the fence into downtown Dan. A 3-run bagger. That was Peleliu's last hurrah. Brotherhood wins their 4th straight Palau League Masters Championship.
Paul Ogumoro reaches on a grounder to the second secker that he beats out. Poland gets caught going for home. He's in a pickle. Can he escape? Is Poland the nation? Yeah. Charlie Kenty. You know where he's from? That's right, Base Hit City. Peleliu can hit and they can field. Jess Omar robbed by Dennis. Peleliu took Game 1 of this best-of-3 series, 18-4, and then cruised to the championship. Their prize? No, not this beautiful hand-painted, one-of-a-kind truck, but that golden trophy. I think I would rather win that truck. All right, our show tonight is split between those who used to be young and those who were never old. Don't make excuses. Make your free throws. Young Stars Shining, brought to you by the Tan Su Lin Foundation. More likely than not, a free throw shot by Aaliyah Fernandez will go in. The Marianas High School Dolphins developed into one of the best female shooters on the island. She's been a fixture on the Lady Ole Aces as well for the last several years.
It first started when I played for Hopwood, and all my friends or teammates started inviting me and telling me Aaliyah, you should come to this tryout. So I came, and from there, Coach Preston and Elias, they took me in, and I became a player for Laces.
Although organized basketball was suspended during the pandemic, she says the girls have been able to play some.
There are lots of places you can play pickup, but most of the time we play at San Antonio Court and Civic Center. We just call each other and we just all show up, all the girls, and we play pickup there.
Sports has become central to her life and her aspirations.
Sports is very important to me. It helps me a lot, especially when things get rough. And it's always been there for me, especially basketball. It's really a passion for me, and so I love playing sports, basketball.
By the end of most games, Aaliyah will be the leading scorer in the game, although she does not mind getting assists as well.
So I'm a point guard or shooting guard, and so I always look up to Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. They're pretty mainstream, but I really like how they play. So.
True shooters, they just keep on shooting.
You always just go to the court and always practice your shooting, and it'll just help you at the end.
How much time do you spend practicing or playing basketball each week?
It's not always the same, but I'd say 3 times a week I have actual practice, and some days where the weekends, I'd play pickup with the girls at the court.
So it's a major part of your life.
Yes, it's very major in my life.
By being in a program, she understands the important role that the coaches are playing in these girls' lives.
Like all the players say, it's dedication and support. Like all my coaches, you know, they really take the time and make time for us to train us. And at the end of the day, they're not just our coach, but they're also someone we could go to if we need help. So it's really great.
Young Stars Shining, brought to you by the Tan Su Lin Foundation.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw!
For the different beats of your life, we're here to keep you connected the way you want it. Plans made for you, by you. Build your own bundle with Link. Select the internet, entertainment, mobile, and home phone plans that fit your lifestyle. Pay for what you want, not for what you don't. Build your own bundle and save with Link.
Go-karts, off-roading, and the driving range now open at Marianas Trekking. Go-kart track will be open Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays with 50% off when you book online at marianastrekking.com, hours 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Use the promo code HAFA50 to get your discount. Off-roading is open too by reservation. Come on a 90-minute trail ride that is perfect for families. Book online at marianastrekking.com. Golfers, come practice on the driving range. You can even pay online, and we will have the balls waiting for you. Come see us weekends at Marianas Trekking, 323-8735.
Today's high 86, the low at my house was 73. Humidity only 52%. Tomorrow, mostly clear. Don't have that in the forecast very much. Northeast winds 15 to 20 miles an hour. High 86, low 76. Seas are kind of choppy out there, 7 to 8 feet. Sunrise 6:46, high tide 9:46, low tide at 3:18, sunset 14 past 6. That's it. This is it for the weekend. Well, the weekend's beginning right now. This is it for the week. We'll see you back here on Monday. Have a safe one. Have a great one. Good night.